Whoa. Yeah, yes. Hey, hello. Hello. Hello, planet. And hello, pole. How goes? I meant to do this earlier, but yeah. Yeah. I'm doing, you know what? I'm doing alright, Paul. I'm doing alright. Oh, in 6 months, holy shit. Yeah, I mean, if you want, yeah, we can do a call. We can go through each of the ones as we go through. How are you doing, Paul? Yeah, no, I think if you want to join, I can give you a call. This was relatively, yeah, alright. Whatcha? Hello.
Hi, howdy.
How goes?
Goes slowly.
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh, you're a bit quiet.
Let's. Did you do anything about that? And I'm not coming through the other mic. Okay, good. I'm showing you what this one sounds
Hey,
like, right?
thank for the head pats, Joe. Have you?
Hold on.
Oh yeah, so Planet got a new mic.
Well, it's an old mic, but...
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
Is it a bit too loud?
No, it's perfect.
I mean, I've been fiddling with it, you know, so... It's a little bit jittery, because it is, about 4 times older than I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely hear the style of it, we should say. Hello, Bridge.
I mean,
yeah.
for reference,
Alright, Joe.
this is an extremely simple, or I should say comparatively extremely simple design, so...
Right. Doesn't capture all the nuances.
Well, it barely captures all the frequencies, if at all. The way that people emulate this, the way this mic sounds, is by chopping off the top and bottom ends.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah, very, very narrow frequency filter thing.
I kind of love the effect.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm also wondering if you'd want to put the reactive up, because it should also be technically the art reference for what we gave people.
It should. You're right. I believe... I don't know why it's not... Oh, I might need to get the... Ah, wait. Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna swap back to the normal mic here, which is easy enough because it's on a hardware switch.
Yes, yeah. Probably might be a bit easier to understand too.
There's the way I have it set up is that there's mute buttons for both of them.
Yeah.
So to switch between them, I just hit both buttons.
Uh-huh.
So that one.
That is quite simple. Nice.
There I am. Hello.
Yeah.
This is the me stream. I am here.
Planet is the main focus of this.
I have
As-
arrived. Yes.
Yes. This is
We decided to start a kind of monthly thing on this this stream, and I have been so gracious as to allow Waffles and his community my likeness to draw fan art of me. This is totally not an ego play, right? Right, Waffles?
definitely not. Definitely not. Although I think it turned out all right. Hey, hello, Dust. Yeah, no worries. I'll send the
Eyes are
clip
just
over.
poking up behind it. Everything.
Like yeah, it actually kind of works, cause then you can tell when I'm the one talking, cause I just peek over.
Mhm.
But yeah, so this is our first art showcase, and this month was designing a character for Planet.
Basically, the core idea that we had initially was at a certain point before one of the Valheim streams, Waffles pulled up on our program and didn't really know what to draw. So I suggested, since he already has the art asset for what my mask looks like and all this kind of stuff, what does he think that the character behind the mask should look like? From that point forward, we had a few artists show up in chat who wanted to, try the prompt themselves and everything, and also the 100 follower celebration was coming up, so we figured we would do something as an event for that. And then we gave the artists a little bit too little time and a little bit too little reward.
I think I turned you up enough. Okay.
Hello. Let me just readjust.
Oh, that might be a bit too loud. Oops.
Alright. Am I redlining?
Not quite, but you got very close.
Alright, if I'm quiet, tell me, chat, what did you hear of that? Because I can go back into it. But basically, that thing which we thought would be an art contest we ended up giving people not enough time. Although there were people who were able to submit things within that time period, so credit to them. And Waff, I think we're gonna be showing them off, right?
Yes. So we're gonna be showing off the submissions we got during that little time period where it was going to be an art contest, and we got one more submission afterwards. So we have a couple different little art projects that people have put together.
And I think we've decided that this is going to be a kind of monthly thing, just with different themes, because we've got a good amount of artists in our community, and
Exactly.
we'd love to show you guys off.
Yeah. So we've decided that every month we're gonna have a different theme, and basically the entirety of that month, artists will have time to put together whatever drawing or art they want to make, and at the end of the month, we'll showcase it in a little stream like this. Hopefully, I gotta spend more time putting together the next one, because this one is kind of very
rushed.
Yeah, very rushed. I was not prepared.
It was an idea that turned into another idea, which turned into a third idea.
Yeah. So this
Now we're
is
sticking with the third one.
kind of just learning phase. Hello, Gunther, and hello, Kai.
Hello, the two of you.
How's it going? But yeah, so at the end, once we go through all the showcases, I'll introduce the next theme, which is gonna be pretty basic. And
You think we should introduce the themes at the end of each of these streams? I think
Yeah,
that seems like a good idea. Pretty good.
that's the goal for now. And since it is October, well, I think you guys can already guess. Oh, Kai, do you have to go? It's fine.
Maybe one of these mods the art should be for the other mod, since I got one.
Yeah, we could do that. Like maybe. Okay, so. I mean, yeah, I think we can come up with a different themes for every month, and then just go with whatever flows best.
I would also be a fan if perhaps maybe, I don't know.
Hello, late
one out of
night.
the year or
How's it
something,
going?
Or at least one of the competitions out of the year could be given to a theme chosen by the mods.
Yeah.
I also am noticing you're muting yourself, but you're forgetting that I'm a moderator in your stream, bro. Like, I am watching.
True.
Like, I get it's a good habit to have, but it's doing nothing here.
It does.
I am like
nothing.
the only person who you do not need to do that call stuff for.
Well, fair enough. Hey, Rye, hello. No.
Is that the prompt guy? Is that
the prompt?
Dead on the beach with a fat ass. All right, let's write that down.
Okay. That is okay. You know what? I'll write that down. Yeah. Dead
Why am I
on
not
beach.
on his face? I'm a mask, Dust.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you draw something today? Hell yeah, like.
Well, I've been talking for a little bit since Kai's on his other shoulder all the time.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah.
he's have some means of having me around.
So.
Planner art, and then it became Pussy Destroyer art. Kai, I don't know if we can show that on stream.
I doubt that. Yeah. Most of the rules for each art showcase are going to be pretty simple. It's just stick to the theme and don't go against TOS because we do want to show it on Twitch. So, as long as you keep to those like general rules, we'll be okay.
If you break TOS, we will appreciate it in private, but understand that, like, if there's awards or if there's judgment or if there's commentary that we want to make on it in any sort of public environment before the 18 plus channel gets opened, it's going to have to be devastating.
Yeah. If we get a lot of art in that style, we might have like a Discord stream where we showcase the art that we can't show on Twitch. We could do something like that.
Oh, there's other websites we could monetize too, but that's...
Okay, yeah, we could. Yeah. Hey, Husky Boy, hello. Good luck. You got this.
I mean,
But yeah.
with your community.
Yeah, with my community, with our community, it's...
How did you do this?
I don't know. I think I'm not actively encouraging it, but I'm enabling it, I guess.
It could be that furry tag, who knows? I mean...
Okay, that's also very potential.
I don't mean to say that they have that reputation for a reason, but, like, also, good God.
No, that they do have their reputation for a reason. Let's not beat around the bush. It's
That's not exactly a good stereotype, but anyways.
But for the most part, I think we're pretty wholesome. Hey, hello, Onyx, and Michaela, hello. Yeah, Spooky Pumpkin. As the month goes on, it will get spookier.
Yes, and it might even not cover up the Ko-Fi link.
Yes. I actually... that's the spookiest part of them all. Where even is the Ko-Fi? You'll never know. But, yes. Coda, hello. Hello, fanboy. Oh, God. I do I have a thing on my face.
Yes, I am a thing. Me, the it.
We'll be seeing more of that thing within this very showcase. Okay.
Yeah. I want we wanted to see what sorts of things you guys thought this thing was.
Yeah.
Oh, Michaela's. Because I also didn't tell you I was modest too.
Yeah. Yeah, Kai. Only a little bit.
I don't understand, Kai. Why do you want cumin? Didn't know you liked that thing.
Oh, cumin. Yeah, cumin's pretty good.
Kai, trust me. It's what I have in
Cod
mind.
piece.
Yes. But also, possibly, yes. I mean, the mouth does move.
The mouth does move.
And without further ado...
Yeah. I suppose we have rambled on. So we'll introduce the first art. So the first submission we got was from Jeff. So this was the first submission we got. And
Yep.
I don't think Jeff is here. So
Yep.
and I think what I might do is if we have another art showcase like this, we have people explain their ideas
We can get people on or
behind it.
involved.
But for now, it looks like Jeff certainly went down the more destroyer aspect of your name.
Well, it's not destroyer. People keep saying it's destroyer. It's just destroy.
True.
There's no iterative. There's no label there, and people mostly call me Planet.
True. Yeah. But yeah, so this was our first submission, and I wish Jeff was here, but unfortunately, I do believe they've been pretty occupied recently. So we'll see if they show up later.
I appreciate getting a Sutando.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what that's meant to be. I think it's meant to be kind of a normal and maybe a horror form. But I do appreciate the art of this. I really like the concept and certain ideas. Certain ideas are similar to this one, with how I might decide to go about having more of things happen.
Shinigami. Potentially. And
Fearless, like anyone who didn't want to, who had art and didn't have it in time for this, like feel free to send it to mod staff, put it in fan art, whatever.
yeah, if you ever want to
Might
submit
end up
it still.
featuring it on a future stream, who knows?
Yeah, I want to show off all of your guys' art because I know that there's so many artists in our community, and I mean, might as well celebrate that. So this probably will not be just the only time I ever show off art.
Mm-hmm.
So the next submission we got was from Godly. Oh yeah, zoom in, get to establish it. The next submission was from Godly, who also went down kind of a spooky route. It's
Which
interesting.
I love. The moon in the back makes it, and the fact that they decided to go real in on like the almost horns at the top, it's super cool.
I really like this one. It's very
I know you're an
stylish
artist.
design.
You drew art of me before.
Yeah, you cannot say you're not an artist. Like, don't you deny your soul.
Wop, do you think we can go get Kai's art up here?
Well, I mean, hey, listen, I can just switch to Chibi, and that's already showing off art.
Oh, certainly. Although, if you go to Chibi, where do I go on that?
I think it will just be on top of me. Oh, you're covering one of my eyes.
Oh, well, you know what?
Oh my God.
Like, if you move me a little bit, it'll be like one of those paper masks at, like, festivals in Japan.
Yeah. It kind of, let's see. Where are you?
Kind of already there a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of fit. But here, maybe I can, you're gonna be rotated. There.
But yeah, by Godly, holy shit, and also thank you. I think I'm just gonna turn this into a phone lock screen, because also holy shit and also thank you.
It's a very nice piece of art.
The primary bit here is that also thank you for giving me a body, and I look like a... I don't even know how to describe this.
Thank you, subscription bramblers.
Because the way that the
7
bit
months.
of the top got sharpened almost like horns or fangs, it's so interesting.
I like that the mouth is sideways. So it has that... there's an animal that has that.
Yeah, and the... Like... How do I put this? Because... I don't know if we actually put it up or not. The machine. Alright, I don't like it anymore.
Oh no. Oh,
you know
God.
what? Never mind, Godly. Good God, why did you... Anyways,
Why did you
never mind.
create
No.
this?
The overall concept was that there is one eye and one mouth, and what orientation it is in is whatever, and what kind of art style that the eye and mouth are in. So long as the mask is white, so long as there's one eye, and so long as there is one mouth, and it's roughly in the same shape, and it's roughly white.
Yeah.
That is the whole limitation.
Yeah, it's a fantastic interpretation.
it is incredible, Godly, and especially within the time limit. These two,
Yeah,
like, holy
these
shit,
were
we
both
could do
within
this
2
in
weeks. Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, so these first two were the submissions we got before the initial deadline.
And you can
And
see why we decided to maybe refactor what we were doing here
yeah,
after we got only 2 submissions.
yeah. And since it was initially a contest, it felt a bit unfair to give artists, less time than they needed.
As well as basically having the only winner be a basically flip of the coin, but also, like, so for the purposes of that, for getting this stuff done and in within the 2 weeks, Godly and Jeff, you both win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
no.
I know it might be a little bit of like a end of an 80s movie cop-out here, but like, legitimately being able to get this stuff done and follow up within the 2 weeks, that's beyond time management. That's getting this stuff settled.
That is
Godly, the
genuinely
level of
impressive.
detail that you put into this.
Yeah. It's fantastic. And I cannot wait to see what you guys can come up with a whole month.
I look
for.
almost as evil as I normally am.
Almost. It's like just missing the mark.
Yeah, and again, that was the problem, Kai. There was no time.
Yeah. Again, like, this is not a limited thing. So if you still want to create art for anyone in particular or just in general, feel free to submit it.
We might show it off at the end of the next month. Who knows?
Hey, hello, awesomer.
Or, if you have art or whatever, and you get it done during the time of the stream, I think, is the email address still open? Can we, like...
The email address is...
It in the stream?
Yeah, so if you guys
goofy.
still want to email stuff in, I'm actually just going to keep it open for the indefinite future, I suppose.
Yeah, for all the art and things you guys want to submit in.
Yeah, so... If you don't feel like putting in art showcase, you can send it to the email. Yeah. Hey, hello, Pervio.
Well, you can also put it into the Discord for that.
Yeah. So you can put it in the Discord or the email. Either one.
However it is that you can get it to us and say that it's for a thing, we'll accept it. We're not stingy. We reinvented this thing 3 times over the course of talking about it.
Yeah. So this, as a reminder, this showcase is pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
So I might end up drawing after this, but
yeah. Well,
for
did
now,
you also have a thing that you were drawing? Which was what inspired this whole thing in the first place.
I was, yeah.
And how much progress have you made on that one?
I literally drew some more yesterday and then erased it because my fucking inspiration was down the drain. I was so blah. So
you should have been talking to me for inspiration.
But
again, legit, the dude who had the most time on specifically the contest was Waffles himself.
It's true.
It's not done.
It's not done.
Shout out to Godly and Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me, Goku.
Oh, Kai had.
Okay, that's something.
You had that, yeah?
Oh, you stink!
Oh, nice balls, awesome. But
then I guess I give off this vibe, huh?
I guess
The big collar too, the classic villain big collar.
it is very
I'm a
nice.
fan.
This whole thing was your idea?
Everyone in chat.
Oh, the whole contest thing? Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, true. We were talking. Yeah, that's right. Cause yeah. But
Hey,
I'm still gonna
Patrick.
take credit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's the cut for having the idea. But
Yeah.
regardless, we all played a part in this, but you did say it first.
Screech!
And Michaela, maybe that, you know what? We should write that one down too. Draw the
yeah,
community.
I mean, actually, okay. How about this? I currently don't have an egg, but I do have a goal for 66 followers. 666 followers.
Well, you had an egg for a second there.
I did have an egg for a second. It was right on my face. Which, oh wait, that's a saying, isn't it?
Yeah, there's egg on your face.
Fuck, no.
Yeah. And you wanna know the really fun thing about there being egg on your face?
What?
It fucking means that you're embarrassed, cutie.
Oh, no.
See? It
God-
still worked!
God damn
He
it.
says that he's immune to it, but it works!
Hey, I'm resistant. I'm building up a tolerance.
Oh yeah,
it's-
sweetheart? Is that so, honey?
Okay, when it's you saying it,
You
it
can
feels
hear him
so...
blushing.
Oh my god, it's so weird when you're doing it in the call.
May
Oh
or
my
may not
God.
have learned that I'm a little bit of a sadist.
Oh
But
my
anyways,
god.
uh,
Yeah, Gunther. The 50-50 awesomer is really just, do you want to get timed out or do you not?
Kai, you know what? Surprise. Your boy is not into guys.
Boo, you
Bam.
stink!
Get stunk on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if someone matches my my vibes, I'll take it. I think I'll move on to the next submission since we do have one more.
We have one last one, which came in
Yeah.
before the stream, but not.
I keep
during the stream.
freaking zoom in. But, so this was the last one for Magic, actually, who was just here. I don't know if they're still here or not, but we got actual PNGs.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah. So, Magic,
Wait.
one of the potential... Oh. What were you gonna say,
I
Planet?
just like that the left one is the normal mask and then the right one is like completely detailed. It's like popping in and out of pixelization. I did use
Yeah.
PNG. I love it though.
Yeah. So
It's the exact level of jank that I am.
it's well, so actually what Magic did was, so one of the potentials for this specific showcase was that you could either use Magic's, or not Magic's, Planet's initial mask, which is the one he has right now, or you could
So
draw
there's
your
four.
own. Yeah. And as well as that, you could make a PNG that Planet could use on stream. And so Magic went ahead and did both. And so this is a PNG that you can use, that you can use, Planet.
You gonna keep calling me Magic? Yes.
I'll keep switching between. I'll get it one day.
Nice. You know, Magic, you got real close to what my idea is here, actually.
Well.
It's not 100% on the point, and the idea is a little bit nerdier and more detailed. But you got close.
It's actually... Huh. That was the other thing I was going to bring up at the end of this, was which one was actually the closest to your initial thought process.
So, here's the actual thing with it, right? In terms of the visual aesthetic for the thing, Magic got the closest. In terms of the actual lore that I've written out, Godly got the closest.
Oh!
And in terms of going with an idea that I may or may not have directly told him in a Discord DM, good job, Jeff.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to hand awards out to everybody here, but legitimately, that's just how it worked out.
That is...
It's kind of incredible.
Wow. So we get both the lore and the fucking design. Huh.
Yeah, and I'm also like not locked into one particular reference or idea for this character. Part of the lore actually is that there's just various iterations.
Yeah.
So any further interpretations, any further ideas that you guys might have, anything that you want to send to me or show me or whatever, I could probably write something for it, and it'll be canon. Welcome to the Planetverse.
The Planetverse. A whole
probably call it
array. Oh.
With the username change that I'm planning, I'll probably call it something else. But that'll happen when I finally get everything all set up for
Right.
what might end up being a bit of a read-a-view. Are we confirming that I'm a Dementor? let's exclude Harry Potter references. In aesthetic, that's fine, but I am not a fan of the franchise for various reasons.
Various reasons. Yeah. Including but not
Shout out
limited to.
Shout out to
J.K. Rowling.
Kingsley Shacklebolt, one of the only black people in the franchise who has the last name Shacklebolt. What the fuck?
Fantastic naming work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But yes, it's incredible. Really happy for the art that everybody put in. But Magic Hat, I really like the kind of painterly bit of this, where you can. I don't mean to say you can kind of see the brushwork on it, but the way that he's. Magic Hat, are you a he or a she or a they? Sorry, I don't want to presume. Well, regardless, the way that they managed to, and this is ambiguous, get that him. All right, the way that he managed to draw it out as having kind of the nice wispy smoke-like effect on it too.
It's got a nice ethereal effect to it.
Mm-hmm. And if this is in PNGs, then is it like dynamically, like is the opacity like different throughout it? Can you see things through the ghost?
I haven't actually tested.
We're gonna have to find out.
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
If you did that, then that's really cool. And if you didn't do that, it's okay.
It'll work. Since Magic, you are here, what was your inspiration? What got you into this idea of planet? And I also find it interesting to note that of the submissions, all 3 were towards the spookier side.
Themed.
Yeah, they're all horror themed.
I'm 100% down for that.
That's rather intriguing. I guess masks
Pokemon,
kind of
Genie,
inspire
and
that?
the SCP that was the mask. You know what? That's 100%. I didn't think about that one. But yeah, the SCP mask is actually pretty good. Pick. It's not what I wrote, but it's pretty close.
Whoa.
Or not, well, okay. Not pretty close, but it's a thing that, but it does have a really cool concept with, something that I might also be able to play with later.
Yeah.
I do wonder how many people who were like in your community have never seen me on stream, whether it's in call with you or otherwise, and how many of them might be here today. I know Michaela has only just started hearing me now.
I don't know, because you've been on probably. You haven't been on super recently.
And I also haven't streamed since the semester started, so.
Yeah. Okay, Kai, you've been in Planet Stream. I don't.
You've been, yeah. You are a moderator on my stream. You banned Zerain
I don't know
on
this guy.
my stream.
What? Yeah, true, Michaela. You do usually. That's fine. Yeah, I think the last time you were on my stream was the subathon.
Yeah, it was probably subathon. Probably that big collab that I Mukia and all them planned a while back for the birthday.
Yeah.
And yeah. You never knew that I streamed. Yes, so that's the thing. I've not done it real recently. It's been like a month. College is hard.
As it turns out.
Looking to getting back into it, but yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, if you guys want to keep tabs on me streaming later, of course, I am Destroy the Planet 2012 on twitch.tv. You guys can go follow me. Quick, shill the thing, funny man! Shit!
Yes. Wait, I'll quickly put in the title. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not even into. Oh well, because you didn't think that. Right, whatever.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. But don't worry, you're in it now.
I'm gonna have a lot of new tech set up, and there's a good amount. Shameless plug. Well, you gotta be shameless, you know, because I'm here.
Hey.
The last game I played was System Shock, and like
there you go.
Forever ago.
If you guys didn't know what he sounded like, there you go.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Never mind.
I'll watch my own clip.
Ooh, woo. We get to keep running. What the hell was that?
Tiny spiders.
Oh, there are things
Wait
that are
for
shooting
noise.
now.
Long as shameless and modest. That's.
You don't need shame for modesty.
I don't think so. No.
I just don't like to brag. I don't know. I figure there's something not necessarily self-evident. That's a little bit of a. That's like some like king narcissism, god complex shit. I am self-evident.
I am self-evident and you should bow before me.
But there's a little bit more about it, which is that just I believe in things that are done but not said. You know, actions speak louder than words, I guess.
I agree with that. That's why I'm absolutely terrible at advertising.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes to this is a hobby that can be a business. And having more people in means a bigger community, means more of that. But
Exactly.
also the focus is, you know, obviously on the people that we already have in. Which, shout outs to every single one of you who's been sticking by. My boy here, Waffles, for... What, how many followers is he up to now? Like, the 555?
556, actually.
Oh my god, my man is up to over 1,000.
It's...
Good stuff, community.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's weird to think about.
How have I already been here for half a year?
I don't know.
There's been a lot of shit happening.
I don't... Listen. Half 1,000 followers does not translate directly to money, unfortunately. So...
No, it doesn't, but it does imply progress and staying power. You know?
It does.
There's 500 people on this planet that are getting sent messages every time you go live. And they get to see in that little sidebar over there.
Yeah. It's...
So shout out to all of you guys.
Seriously.
Real happy for this community, though. You know, if there was maybe a little bit less drama sometimes, we wouldn't mind it.
It's hard to avoid it with VTubing sometimes, I swear.
Yeah, and to be fair, you brought me on because I am comparatively okay at handling a good amount of that.
Yes, yes. Planet is quite used to conflict resolution. Or I shouldn't say used to, but good at.
No, that's
No, it's also...
unfortunately accurate. Shout out to my friends from high school. None of you guys are in the stream. I blame you for my psych degree as well.
Fuck you guys. I hate you. Oh. I was actually pretty lucky in high school.
Yeah, if there was less drama over there too, I'd also be happy for it. But anyway.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of that, earlier you mentioned potential for me drawing more references or people, and I realized that if we hit my follower goal of 666 by Halloween, I'll do a stream, a full art stream, where I draw everyone who redeems during it. Or I'll put up a redeem beforehand. And everyone who redeems it, I can draw them. I'll just go for X amount of hours.
Well, you know that I'm gonna be in there like within the first 4 minutes.
I know.
And I'm gonna slap a redeem in, and it's gonna have to be different than the existing drawing you have for me.
It has to. Oh fuck.
Hey, it would be fair.
It would be fair.
For everyone else.
I think.
Why do you get a head start with me?
Ooh. Oh god. You know, now that I know that this is similar, maybe I'll go with that.
Well, I'm gonna write out the reference, and I'm gonna let everybody know that, and I'll probably put that, you know, all that, as to what I want to be having happen here, because the concept of having some kind of thing coming out of the back of this mask, I'm gonna lean into the audio engineering. I'm gonna try and lean a little analog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about it more later.
Listen, I'm only gonna create that redeem if we hit the goal by Halloween.
By Halloween.
Specifically. If we
So,
hit
shout out to
666
everybody else.
in November, it won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I feel
warning
like
you.
the goal is letting people who are in the direct community here, including, let's say, I don't know, Sloop and Mukia and etc., just know about that follow goal ahead of time so that
Yeah.
they might be able to get to see the Waffles version of that art. And for bonus points, I still think I owe a couple of them MS Paint PNGs that I said I'd draw for them as a joke all the way back when, but it's still...
Oh shit.
I actually joked with Mukia that I was gonna draw a naked version of her
Okay,
as an MS Paint
Oh really?
PNG.
Oh yeah, I was there when you said that.
Yeah, so that's absolutely going to happen. And Mukia's not in the chat right now, and thank God.
And no, Kai, you will not get a dick because this will be on stream, and I don't think
But I
I
have a
can do
very
that.
specific way that I know that I'm gonna make that happen with it, while also making it stream safe.
Yeah, so that's a new goal. Well, we'll see if it happens. I'll advertise it, so it won't just be like I'll just say it. I will advertise it, so you guys can at least come close.
Also, shoutouts to Kai for continuously posting some of the same 3 emotes in chat. Slightly to them, of course, as there's subscriptions that are gifted to her, and for the people whose emotes they are. Just want you to know that you've been doing a decent job of not causing as much trouble as you apparently were before I showed up, and Waffles had to make a ban on the word penis.
Yeah.
So, shoutouts.
Shoutouts. And speaking of October, I do actually have one more thing to say with this. Spooky month. So, we have a theme for this month. And if you couldn't guess it from the fact it's October, and I've literally just talked about wanting to do stuff for Halloween, the theme is spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's nothing specific. You can do any kind of spook you want. It can be specific to you, like something that spooks you. It can be something that spooks a lot of people. If you send stuff that isn't within that general theme and you don't explain it, it might not be showcased. I'll still appreciate it,
Also,
but...
also, side note, I think the same rule applies as did for this one. If you draw it in the form of talking PNGs that Waffles can use, he might just wear a costume on some of his streams.
Exactly. If you do want me to use it, you can advertise it as such. Make it as a PNG and send it on in. So you can send it to either the Gmail, the Waffle Art Contest at gmail.com, or in Art Showcase on the Discord. You can do either one.
What happens if somebody just does straight up pancake art of you and sends 2 versions of it to be used as PNGs? Do you betray your morals?
I can use it as a costume because it's terrifying.
Well, you know what? Yeah. But Magic Cat, I think that you already know how Waffles looks like, and the diversity of art styles here is the part that I think a lot of us are.
I am willing to post it in art if people are really wanting to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny you say that, Planet, because I actually created my own little Photoshop edit of pancake waffles. It's very basic,
waffles.
But here I'll show it.
Maybe that should be the next emote.
Oh fuck, it could be. Let me see if I can find it.
Notice, ladies and gentlemen, that Waffles has a hard time saying no. to the things that I suggest. I don't know if it's because I have good ideas or if he just can't resist me.
Ta-da.
Like the adorable little sweetheart that he is.
Listen, I like to keep an open mind, and sometimes it's just too open.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
By the way, normally when everyone in the chat was calling him cutie, it was because he was legitimately getting flustered. This is because it's weird.
It is very strange having one of my
I've
best
known
friends
this dude
call
for
me.
years.
It feels weird.
Although we didn't necessarily hang out nearly that much when you did start streaming, and you'd been doing it for like 9 months before I jumped in.
I've been doing it for a while. Yeah.
So best friend, it might be a little bit of a stretch. Come on, man.
I don't know. At this point, I think I talk to you than a lot more of my other friends.
Yeah. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Also, unfortunately, Nakamori sent in a very unfortunate song.
Go for it.
Actually, you sent this in before Nakamori. Why are you doing it again?
Yo, I want to take you to a gay bar. What's the song?
Sea Magic. It's not gay if they get socks. All right. There.
Oh God, Mariah Carey is thawed from her prison.
Yep.
Someone get the gun! Stop her!
Get into the Halloween spirit. Spooky one. The zombie is back. True fear. Fucking terrifying.
Why can't Halloween spread out the way Christmas has?
Right? I love Halloween.
Like, let Halloween push it back. Celebrate Halloween after Halloween.
Right? Yeah.
I want to see, like, the battle of, like, pumpkins on the front yard, in the front yard versus the Christmas lights.
Buried in snow.
This is the war we must fight, ladies and gentlemen.
We must fight the Christmas scourge.
Beat it back with Halloween.
Beat it back. We'll use those store-bought Halloween costumes and just dress up the Christmas trees. Just put a sexy nurse on a Christmas tree.
Christmas has made inroads beyond Halloween to have Christmas in July.
Oh, well, at least in the Southern Hemisphere, it kind of makes sense. But it's... Oh. I hate it.
Dude, they have Halloween in, like, Japan, and it's apparently a massive mess.
Yeah.
Like, it's known for, like, hooliganism and people getting drunk and, like, vandalism and shit. Like, even more so than Western.
Really?
Christmas. I think the practice is, like, legitimately banned in some places over there.
Damn.
Just because it's associated with so much bad shit.
Damn, okay.
That and also skulls are banned from being shown publicly, which is why there's like certain types of censorship in Japan, which is funny considering the
Really?
stuff that they don't censor.
They do censor a lot of stuff, don't they?
They do, but if you want to censor the specific bits, all you need is like really tiny, thin censor bars, apparently.
Right. The fucking tiny censor bars.
We all know what that is.
Me too, Magic. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make me happy, draw waffles with tiny censor bars for Halloween.
It doesn't even have to be lewd. Like, just tiny censor bars over whatever you want. Oh my god.
Like, you don't have to draw the nips, just draw, like, the implied nips, you know? Just the tiny censor bars that go, oh, that's over a thing. This continues to be weird, doesn't it? Isn't it, Waff?
This... I do love the idea of needlessly censoring stuff.
The bars over the horns!
Over the... Oh wait, no, the horns! No! Oh, it's
Only
funny.
for someone to follow up with just drawing you with dick horns.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. By the way, Dust, do you have that as a YouTube video? Because I
This
don't
is why I'm
have
not allowed on
TikTok.
Office's streams.
Oh wait, no, it still works. Planet has some very interesting ideas, we'll say.
So I've talked about modesty. I've also talked about not having shame. I'm also a psych student, and like, there are centuries of history about psychology talking about sex. If I was modest or like, if I had shame about that, I would not have gotten through cultural psychology.
Michaela, don't. Oh God.
Do you know that there's a tribe in Africa where having sex with people's wives is a
If I see fucking dildo horns, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that.
Yeah, so the Greeks were into some stuff, which implies that the history goes further than possibly even recorded history of like people being into things. So I think it's actually more of a new construction that people are ashamed of shit, which to be fair might have come from superstitions relating to STDs. There was also a really funny bit where it was legitimately believed for a period of time in anatomy that cranial fluid and semen were the same thing.
Why?
Uh, because for whatever reason,
No, Gunther.
well, actually, when you open up a brain or when you go into like a like see cerebral spinal fluid, it's like white milky.
Oh
sticky.
right, fucking.
And so they thought that there was just some gland that went from the brain all the way down to there, and that when people had a lot of sex, it would make them more stupid over time, which is believed to be one of the cultural origins of the myth of a succubus. And also one of the anatomical beliefs that Leonardo da Vinci believed.
Really?
Yeah, so my man draws the Vitruvian Man and has no understanding of the insides.
Wait. Oh shit.
It also there was also like given amount of like understanding as to like that being how that works. And to be fair, like a lot of the modern understanding of sexually transmitted diseases basically only came to exist in like the 70s and 80s as a result of the unfortunate mass death of homosexual people with AIDS.
Oh right.
And that's also where you end up with my other favorite thing, which is that I don't have any shame about sex because I had to give a sex ed talk to elderly people. They fuck all the time.
They do not care.
They just didn't get sex ed because they were alive during the 80s and when that stuff was happening, and they're figuring like, well, I can't have a kid, so open range, open season, let's go.
Open season.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, fair enough, Nakamori, but
But anyways, yeah, so I don't know, for more social
your
psychology-
wait, your grandma told you that? Oh God, I would.
There was a really cursed news article that I saw at one point from some website about escorting grandma. I don't need to say more, do I?
No, I don't think
They
so.
had like a 32-year-old kid who was into them, and they were like 85, and it was like, yeah, love can exist at all ages, but then they started talking a lot about sex. It was weird.
Ooh. See, sometimes I see discourse on Twitter. Like recently, I think Chris Evans married someone who's a bit younger than him, and they went crazy. But she was like 26 and he's 42. It's like,
I think the crazy one
God.
was Jerry Seinfeld picking up like a high schooler from school to go on a date.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
That was a thing in the 90s for a bit.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Maybe this isn't the
celebrities.
best for Twitch.
See, I talk about this because it's your stream.
Right. Yeah, I can get banned. It's okay.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna hold back. Technically, all of this stuff is like just factual trivia or like legitimately just anatomically correct, historically correct, or
True.
statistics.
The horror
Like,
historical
this
facts,
stuff-
I like that kind of stuff where you
This
see
stuff
the
is not
connections.
TOS because it is just science.
Just science. Hey, hello, Sugar. Yeah, welcome in.
I recommend Sugar. You know what? Maybe we should have like hung around on the art that we had earlier.
Yeah,
If
yeah, we
this
can go
was to
back.
be about it.
So we were doing a whole art showcase, which didn't have a whole lot, but we had some examples. So this was Magic's,
Yep.
and oh, you have to go. Oh, yeah, this was Godly's, and so we had a surprisingly settled on theme of horror for Planet.
Which I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
People apparently took this comparatively expressionless face and decided that it was scary.
This is spooky. I there's something about a mask, I'd say, that it's the unknown factor. What's behind it?
Well, is there really anything behind it?
Yeah. So, I don't know if everyone. Well, Magic's here. Thank you, Magic.
Well, okay. To be fair, Michaela, when I actually have this as a PNG, it does blink, which makes it technically fancier than Waffles' animations.
Yeah, technically, I don't blink.
Because it blinks, because it blinks with mouth open and with mouth closed. So I have 4 art assets where he has 2.
Exactly. Yeah. I might have to. I never updated it, but it wouldn't be hard to make me blink.
And also, I can't believe that you guys never noticed that I am in the specific position that the bonk redeem would absolutely hit.
Oh yeah, you could bonk Planet pretty easily, you know.
You guys really had that opportunity this whole time, and we're not
Or
gonna
head pat us. You could head pat.
Head pat to combine the struggle for planets.
No. I guess that also works.
Mm-hmm.
You want to? It's not even a zipper mouth. At least. Well, Godly isn't here to confirm, but.
So this zipper mouth, the one that is on my specific PNGs that I drew myself, it's only a zipper mouth. Because I have a square tool in MS Paint to draw with, and do not have the effort nor artistic skill to apply more detail than that.
It's funny how my artistic skill, it varies from like, hell yeah, I'm feeling good about this too. What the fuck am I doing? It's
I put this
fantastic.
together in like maybe 5 minutes, and then made the variants of it in like less time.
Yeah. I mean, I think it works. Also, thank you, Michaela Magic.
Shout out to the Waffles Ultimate form.
Indeed, yeah. Another project from Planet.
I cut you off in the middle of your thing. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just drinking.
Draw macro, best way to learn anatomy and landscape drawing. Well, yeah, but if you draw mecha, you'll understand primitive solids and shading really well.
I don't know if I want to go from simplistic drawings to mecha.
Dude, if you look up mecha on Twitter, there are more things of artists asking for commissions saying that they don't draw mecha than actual art tagged as mecha. If you learn to draw mecha, it is the untapped art that furries are not in. There are people out there who want that shit. Get your money. Learn to draw your solids.
Good point. Yeah. That way you also don't have to draw Rule 34. Well, no, you might still have to,
even
but
if you do, you're drawing like comparatively less gross Rule 34. There's people who are into Transformers, and it's just shapes against shapes.
It's just shapes. Yeah. I do need to learn anatomy. True.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Kazi.
Anatomy is porn. Except for the actual genitals, which is kind of funny.
True.
Musculature, everything, the facsimile of a person, the verisimilitude of form. And also way too big titties, and also like a 3-foot long dick.
Yeah. It's anatomy, but with
Things that you only really start noticing when you notice the amount of people who have problems with it. In terms of psychological insecurities and statistics.
Yeah. I mean, would porn addiction be in line with that? Because it's kind of unrealistic standards as well.
It's less porn addiction and more the fact that sexual dysfunction is more linked to suicide than major depression is. So people who have issues with that sort of stuff and insecurities around that are more likely to commit suicide than people who have clinical problems.
Yeah, magic? Yeah. Which is decidedly...
I'm sorry if that's sad, but like my PSA is talk about sex. Talk about your salary and talk about sex.
You'll be
Those
happier.
Are two societal things that need to go away.
You have a fake eye? Wait. Do you get denied Kazi because of your Sona? Wow. Oh shit, yeah, Gunther. I still wouldn't recommend 24 hours of Sekiro, but it's up to you.
Magic Cat, it goes so much further beyond that. Even when it comes to like and not like, there's like fundamental misunderstandings of how stuff biologically works. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that a man can be aroused and not erect, and also can be erect and not aroused?
Yep.
So, like, yeah.
Joe.
Get your sex ed, ladies and gentlemen, and if you can't get it from schools, you can get it from me. Because everywhere else you can get it from is likely because you've been exposed to a lot of porn, which is giving you unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there's like an entire section of their website like dedicated to that stuff, which is kind of funny. But it's also it's actually been a better source of people learning about sex than like schools are, just because of all this belief in celibacy first shit. Yeah. Anyways. Moving away from that.
Anyway, yeah. Beaks are also hard. I've only ever drawn one bird character, and the beak was definitely one of the harder parts. I can attest to that. But it's not that hard. It's because it's only one single part.
If you want reference drawing beaks, study like Charles Darwin's studies on that stuff, because he he has a whole series of journals.
Have a good break, Joe.
Like, on both different beaks and also different like what the functions of those beaks are specifically. So you see plenty of people out here who have like the really tiny beaks, which are specifically like fruit eaters or like small insects. I want to see somebody out here who has like a toucan like persona and just they can't walk through doors.
Yeah.
Like the really, really awkward, just like, how does this toucan kiss anybody else? Well, the answer is from like 5 feet away.
I know. I learned something. I don't know if it was an eagle or there was some type of bird where they would like specifically break their beak if it's cracked or something. Like they'd break it off because it's less functional.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that too, but I forget which.
I want to say it was like an eagle or something that could hunt with their talons. They don't use their beak as much, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Because never mind. The type of beak that I see most from furries is the prey beak. It's the one for like prey animals like hawks, which is really funny. Because people like being diminutive and friendly with it. And they're also a prey animal with like claws that can like rip your fucking arm off.
Thank you for the follow overused hole.
Yeah, that's a username.
That's a name. Oh my god. Welcome in.
You know, I was wondering before how your community got to be like this. Honestly, like with the amount of stuff that I've been talking about, like it's better that I preach safety and like psychological health than try and be a prude and a priest about it.
It's it's better to be free about it, yeah.
Yeah, but well, safe. Better to be safe.
Yeah. And then communication is always
Shout
better.
out to Overuseful. Good shit for following. Holy shit.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. If you followed it
Yeah,
just a
very
bit
kind.
earlier, it would have been like really unfortunate timing, actually.
Now, I wonder how many of the artists who drew stuff for me showing up now, hearing me talk this much about psychology and sex, have decided to have a very different drawing of me now. Would have,
Yeah.
would have decided to do something very different for this.
Yeah. I mean, I think genuinely, Furry Tag probably does bring in people who are more open-minded to this kind of stuff.
It's true. It's because, like, even if only about 17% of the overall furry community, according to surveys done at FurCons, are actually possibly sexually attracted to anthropomorphic characters.
Yeah.
So your boy came with stats. The entire
Exactly.
community has become so strongly associated with the people who are sexually associated with that sort of thing when it comes to the way that the personas are designed that they've just kind of gotten used to being able to handle it. Even in casual conversation.
Yeah, become very associated with one another.
Learn the difference between a fursuit and a mersuit. Anyways.
Very big difference. Or I guess technically not that big, but
No, it's a pretty big difference.
I mean, in terms of how you use it,
of
it's
function,
very big. Yeah.
Very different. That should be more than one letter off between those two.
It
Why
should
did the
be.
community do this themselves?
I mean, technically, I think Mer has 2 R's, so it's 2 letters
Well,
off, but it's, yeah, it's way too close.
Gunther, there's more than that.
I would hope they're easier to clean.
Both should be pretty easy to clean, regardless. How do you clean? Do you like send like a fursuit to a dry cleaner?
I don't think so. I think
How do you? Where's in the chat? How?
Yeah.
How do you clean a fursuit? Or do you just not clean it? And walk around
I'm
like
pretty
that,
sure I've
dusty?
seen people like just actually take baths with them and just kind of scrub all over as if they were just taking a normal bath, but with
Yeah,
different.
but I don't think you'd want water in the fur. Well, it depends on the materials. That does make sense, Michaela.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like there's got to be like a general rule of thumb. Like, if you're like a protogen, then that shit's not getting wet.
No, I mean take the head off.
You know, for it to go in a dryer. Well,
Can they just go in the washer? I don't know. Also, I don't know if I've seen. Wait, Kazi, I don't know if I've seen Raven. But yeah, what I've heard is it's okay. Gunther knows. It's a process. Oh yeah, you have to brush it. Yeah.
If the fur and the padding is separate, you can wash the fur. You know what? There's probably a lot of different designs for fursuits that have like different needs or things that you use to clean them.
And the higher value ones probably have more requirements for how you wash it.
Well, but the thing is, like, there's different fits as well, and different like materials.
Oh, it's because the foam gets stuck, I bet. And you have to brush out everything.
Fursuits that are like more sleek comparatively. Like, I don't mean to say like, you know, necessarily like a skin tight one, but like the ones that have like a comparatively skinny profile as opposed to just straight up looking like a sports mascot.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah. Also, Joe, we were talking about how my community got to be horny since someone followed with a very intriguing username. We got to mersuits, which are, well, yeah, different than fursuits. Also, hell yeah, Husky Boy. Congratulations.
I just think that the only thing that throws me off about the whole thing is the fucking heads. It's weird. They're massive.
Fucking menace, yeah.
Like, I get, like, wearing something so you look like your character, and you do end up kind of doing that, but, like, brother, you're wearing a helmet which has a head over it. You look top-heavy, to say the least. I don't know. I feel like there should be some kind of better way to handle that. That might be a bit better, more proportionate, but I don't know what that would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is quite cartoonish, I guess you could say.
Also, shout outs to Sonic Fox for getting specifically made fursuit gloves for the purposes of playing fighting games with them.
Oh yeah, Sonic Fox. Just, I mean, arguably the leading fighting game icon, I'd say.
He's well, because you mostly talk to furries, I'd say he's the leading fighting game icon. I would still say it's between Justin Wong and Daigo Umehara, but that's just because I'm old fashioned.
Oh.
What
Oh yeah,
people
true,
with them
true.
were- Like, considering that they established what esports is,
Yeah,
historically,
yeah.
like that was the bit that brought kind of like gaming competitions to like the popularity, you know?
It's funny. I've been watching more Justin Wong recently
he's,
with Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's cool how you can kind of see how like very specific ways that different people play kind of translate between different games. Jay Wong is of course the guy who will test your patience and blood sugar with projectiles and cheap you out if you allow him to. And
Yeah.
obviously it's not cool, but also I'm here to win this tournament. Fuck your honor.
Fuck you. And Daigo's the one to counter that. Or parry all
See,
of it.
I have seen fursuiters RL. They are top heavy.
I've seen honestly, I haven't seen that many IRL, which is funny because
I go to conventions.
there isn't really any convention that's right next to me. The closest one would be Denver, which I think is actually coming up.
If you see a person in a fursuit wearing the fucking helmet and think it's not proportional, then you've seen too many furries and too many real people, and too few real people.
Wait, but Kayla, did you actually have a fursuit making class?
20 minutes from Anthrocon. That makes
Oh, is that why? Oh. Well, have a good night, Dust. Sleep well.
Yep. Be seeing your dust.
Oh, is it back in? Oh, fuck. Well, yeah, I didn't go to
the
it.
people who use the digigrid legs and stilts for their specific furries. I think that in terms of being able to make the proportions look a little bit better, having the character be a bit larger than a human being by using that sorts of things and kind of deassociating it from more specifically human form is probably a really good thing for costuming purposes. It just kind of sucks to see people like march around in a fursuit with a big fucking helmet on, looking like a football mascot.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it, but when I initially was getting more into the furry fandom, and I saw fursuiters, my first thought was, I don't think I'm ever gonna be one of those furries. I just don't think it's for me.
No, I feel like big ass hips but a normal torso. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Massive hips.
Michaela.
Oh.
Like
bigger back. Oh,
like if you're going to change your proportions, you do it in the right way and you make yourself taller. Because otherwise, you're just patting shit onto you and it makes it look fucking weird.
Thick.
Like otherwise, like you go for like something like a fucking pet suit, and even then, you know, if you put a helmet on top of that, that shit's weird. And for those who aren't aware, a pet suit is a new type of bodysuit that it can also be furry. So it's like you can have that shit be skin tight.
Oh.
And also represent your character.
Whoa.
It's the light form fursuit. I saw a couple at Con last time because I live in the desert and people don't want to die.
Yeah, that's very key. Chouchy, thank you for the head pets.
Wearing like 3 inches of fur on every part of you is kind of counterproductive to if you're gonna go to a con in like Arizona or anywhere that it's hot and you want to be your furry character, please just save yourself the expense and go as like the like bloody roar version of your character and just wear ears.
Just
wear ears and makeup. You know, wear ears, makeup, and a tail.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like the full thing because like that's expensive and we don't want to have to.
Heat stroke is a thing.
We don't want to have to send you to a hospital in a fursuit, and when they get you there, they will cut the fursuit off of you. That's a really expensive thing to just have destroyed.
Yeah. Ugh.
So,
Yeah.
play it safe, kids. Think about it.
If you're a kid and you have a fursuit, how did that happen?
I mean, you could also just spend that $16,000 on like owning like a naval cannon at 15 years old.
Oh man, I imagine there are people who have spent. There's definitely people who have spent 16 grand on fursuits.
Oh, probably more even. The people who have like
Probably.
the custom stuff and specific fits.
Yeah.
And well, this character actually has a very specific fur pattern, and I want it to be this material because I'm allergic to this. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine it just gets more expensive the more you customize it.
It goes 2B, Michaela. Ooh.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's the other bit. Character design is hot, like right now. Like see, if you see anybody who's like dressed in like London or Wild West or whatever in anything in fiction, they are putting 7 layers on those guys. I saw a tweet somebody wrote of like, "Yo guys, what's stopping you from dressing like this?" And it's a picture from a dude from like, from Westworld, and I just say, "Girl, count the fucking layers and look at how expensive each individual article of clothing is."
I think. Wait, was it Nekomori or Gunther? One of you. I think it was Nekomori. Yeah, it was Nekomori. They mentioned going like as a full dressed up Renaissance style dress with like the top coat with a saber too, I think. Like the full outfit. And it was just like, that shit's gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
For everything. But man, it would look good.
Actually, as a corollary, I think the one fursuit that I really, really liked seeing, even though I had
yeah,
a big
Michaela.
head, was the one of their like D&D Kenku, like the bird, because birds have big heads.
Oh.
And so it didn't look weird.
I think birds translate pretty well. Yeah.
If somebody's able to do like something like that and then have like mechanical wings to it and then the big fucking head, go to a con as a crow. It should be cool, I think.
I'd do that. If I like the character, at least. You're goth, so you just go to the thrift store? I can't talk. I mean, honestly, just go to the thrift store for a lot of things. I'd argue. Like, it's probably not going to be the best quality, but if you're not going to use it a lot. A Noivern?
Yeah,
oh.
you guys are going to be going to con where I live. The cons are held in May, and we had an entire month of 110 plus days.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where I live. So, like...
Yeah, instead come to my state, where...
I think it just goes the summer version of your character.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
like, if it's a character from a gacha, please just take the fucking, like, bathing suit version. We will not object. We don't want you to die.
Choose life. Listen, of my state, we had like I don't know if it was the record coldest summer, but we had the latest 80-degree weather. I think it tied with the record, and I think basically it was like the last few days of June where it actually got above 80 degrees. The rest of the month was below 80 degrees. It was a super cool start to the summer. It was really nice.
Yeah, bonus points. There are actually certain thrift stores that also list their stuff on Etsy. That's how I got a really sick trench coat, which was like from the military. And like, I mean to say, like, it was a military office intelligence division garrison collection blue trench coat, which had a very unique kind of cut and pattern to it, which I really like because it also just straight up looks like a spy thing, like old fashioned.
Hell yeah! I need to get more stuff of Etsy. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, Etsy has deals, but also there's a lot of people leaving it because Etsy switched where their banking was done from like Ohio to Ireland or something. And as a result, like a fuck ton of payments are just got held up for like 8 months for a lot of people on there, so they're leaving in mass. not saying that you shouldn't be doing stuff on Etsy, but you can understand why there might be a little bit less options now than there were previously.
Yeah.
Also, watch out for drop shippers. Keep your eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about it if you want to find something. I'll find you a cool one.
Yeah. Good
I
there.
sent Waffles some Dark Souls rings I found on Etsy.
Oh yeah. I didn't go ahead and buy them, but it's good to know they're out there.
Yep.
Gunther, I would totally love to go to Hamburg, but it's kind of far.
Travel kind of sucks right now, as does living anywhere, as does food.
Full Viking costume. Oh, it was not.
Oh no.
Damn. And I I don't know if I could pay for that damage.
Rated like a Viking, but I also don't know how to do it.
I feel like Viking. You know what I find funny?
Only like masculine long hair hairstyles for dudes.
Yeah. I don't have long enough hair for that anymore. Got a haircut, and now it's short again.
I got a hair. My folks were yelling at me for a haircut, and so I went out and got a haircut. And when I came back, my dad was like, "Okay, but when are you gonna get like a real haircut?"
Oh.
It's still long.
Yeah,
And I just went today, and they're like, "Oh,
that's not enough. More.
no."
Yeah, my hair was in that awkward phase where it was long enough to get in my eyes and be super hot, but I also couldn't style it in the way I just want, which, yeah.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
yeah, alright, Kazi, no worries. I don't actually know how much longer we'll go since that was most of what we got, except...
Yeah, we pretty much got everything. It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, I do have one more thing to show, because we did have, and we will be continuing to have, the clip of the month. And so the clip that is viewed the most on Twitch is going to be made into a short. And that started this month as well. It wasn't just the art showcase. And so the clip that was viewed the most this month was actually from Joe Shark. And it was me getting bonked. I don't know why this one was viewed the most, but apparently people really stuck to it. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, here it is.
One day I will actually be able to have. I was actually asking. Oh, I didn't get the deer.
It's literally just me getting bonked.
It's the long bonk.
I mean, I guess you guys did time it right. I mean, it's good timing, but fucking.
Play it one more time.
All right.
One day I will actually be able to have. I was actually asking. Oh.
God damn it. It is unfortunately good timing.
Be able to have.
I hate it because Joe just.
The word is because it freezes you during the disconnect, so we have to like time like a bonk disconnect just to have that expression.
It is very
So
short
good.
timing. I think the bonk lasts less than a second, so you have to get it down within that.
I was watching it on a delay because I'm also watching the stream from the audience of it, so I'm seeing stuff on delay.
It is. I hate it because Joe's been holding that noise over my head ever since he clipped it, and now that's the most viewed. It's gonna be made into a short. It just makes it worse.
That's the dust.
Yeah. god.
Lovely,
it-
lovely,
yeah.
lovely, lovely.
Yeah. I'm also realizing that I might change up the format of it, because I want to be able to feature clips as well, because that's kind of how Twitch is doing it now. And I'm pretty sure if you don't feature clips, you actually get less views on it now. So
Yeah, you got to use all the functions to the maximum potential so that you can get your interactions.
yeah.
Isn't that right, YouTube Shorts?
Yes. Oh, hello, Mew. Hello.
Let's just farm engagement by posting all of our clips to YouTube Shorts. Did I say that out loud?
You may have said that aloud, yes.
I mean, that would also work.
Yeah. So I have about 10 clips selected that are going to be made in the shorts that were from before the clips of the month. I'm also thinking maybe instead of just being made into a YouTube short, you get a specific Discord role, which I made quite a few months ago and I never properly used, but we could give you like a best clipper Discord role
For the month.
Yeah. And that way you can get special access to something.
If and when we ever have Patreon content, that would be the person who gets to see it for free.
Yeah, we could do something like that. Yeah. That right now that's not gonna be anything.
Which, by the by, we don't have a Patreon. We have a Ko-Fi, but we don't have anything on the Ko-Fi.
Nope. The Ko-Fi really doesn't. It's
Ko-Fi
just there.
Give us money, the link.
Yeah, it is literally give us money.
It's not even give us money. I don't get paid. It is give Waffle money.
No, give me money and then I'll use it for live 2D.
This motherfucker doesn't tell me when he's going live. He just goes and I get a ping on the Discord and show up 3 minutes late.
I do try to stay consistent at 7:30, but sometimes it's definitely a bit later, like today.
Actually, can you stream on Patreon?
On what?
I'm just wondering if there could be like, I don't know, something like how there's like YouTube member only streams.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. I don't think you can do that on Twitch. You can have chat
I love
be
having these
subscriber
conversations
only,
in front of a live audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering who fucking Waffles' manager effectively is to a certain extent.
Yeah, I definitely need a manager.
I just keep coming up with ideas and writing shit down.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Hey, if you want a manager, you gotta pay me for it.
Yeah. I do not have an income for that.
No, you don't. And to be fair, the way the manager job works is that I don't get paid until you get paid. So my job is to make you money.
Fair. Well, maybe we'll work it out.
Any good manager would have that shit be it. That's the contract.
Hopefully.
That's how it works. Everybody else who's here, who has any sort of talent, who's thinking about managers or agents or whatever, you're like, their money should depend on your money. Especially if you're like a single talent. And you're not going to like corporate.
That's the goal.
Anyways, Waffles is soon to be showing up in VShojo as their brand new male guy.
Yep. I'm replacing X name who left just recently. Yep.
I just find it funny how, like, you know what? Fuck it. This is the podcast stream now. I just find it funny.
Oh,
We're
good night, Kazi. Sleep well.
Oh, good night, Kazi. But, I just find it funny how, like, the amount of, like, quote-unquote political or, like, controversial VTubers who have dropped out of, like, major corporations who have now managed to show up with people who sound and act very similar to them and might even have the same vocal mannerisms in VShojo.
Whoa.
They're just picking people up because, like, hey, we're, like, apparently the only non-toxic company for this.
Apparently. See you around,
Be
Husky.
that hard.
They are
I
just
don't
acquiring people, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should pay more attention to it.
Acquire
but-
is spelled with a C.
Are you?
You don't necessarily need to pay attention to it. I'm barely paying attention to it. It's just, what are the big trends? What's the big news? And what are the things? What are the things that people are doing? Which is stuff that I've been doing anyways for the purposes of planning for my own streams. But I also haven't streamed in a long time, so maybe I should just share that info with you.
I do. I tend to pay attention retroactively. Or reactively, I should say. It's like, I see something big happening, and then I'll pay attention. But I don't keep that attention.
Check out the new stream game that is trending on Twitter. Turns out it's made out of stolen assets.
Yay!
That's only up.
Only up. Did you see they removed it from Steam?
Yes.
Which means I could sell my Steam account for massive dollary dues.
Magic Cat, I also like free games, but I specifically like the weird shadow drops that have been happening. Like, Islands of the Caliph is a game that had no advertising whatsoever and just came out on Steam. So I've kind of got a list of comparatively obscure indie titles that people should be looking at and paying attention to. Which I plan to be streaming through on my channel when I get back to it. So you guys should follow.
Go follow Planet. Should be in the title, but yeah.
But follow our best boy here, obviously, if you haven't already, which I think most of you already have.
I think most people.
Why am I saying go follow?
I'm right here. Might as well follow me. Just stalk me. Approach me in the night.
Yeah. Yep. I have never met Waffles in person, and I don't think that either of us know what we look like, which is funny, given how long we've known each other. Maybe we'll do that for like a follower stream. I'll show up where you live.
Yeah.
And we'll just have like an in-person bit, and I'll bring all my equipment, and it'll be the fanciest sounding stream you'll ever have.
It'll be fantastic.
And I'll fix all your audio shit, and you'll never touch it again until you move out.
Damn.
Unless there's a specific problem, in which case I'll fix it through a Discord call.
Of course. Yeah, we'll troubleshoot it. Yeah.
Hey, I also follow Gunther.
Yeah, and Gunther. Yeah. And Michaela, who recently started streaming as well.
Oh, Michaela started streaming as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow you.
Oh, speaking of, have a good night. Yeah.
Yep.
And Joe Shark. Basically, follow everyone.
Yeah, follow absolutely everyone. Magic Cat, if you stream, you should start because your art good.
Yeah. No, I gotta follow you, Joe.
Not necessarily.
Oh shit! Yeah, Gunther's doing their first stream tomorrow. Which
I did know that, but Michaela, for my own excuse, and I also already follow you. For my own excuse, college hard.
College hard. Yeah, I'm gonna stalk you, Joe.
It is. How much detail do I go in here? I'm going for. I'm in like the third year of what is going to be a 4-year degree in psychology. I'm in 300 level classes, and I'm paying like $3,200 a course.
Yeah.
Difficult.
Wait, Magic Dust. Do you think you're actually gonna stream? Because if you are, we might as well follow you now. You know.
When would be a good time for me to start again? I'm continually having to work through my own schedule and go, here's a gap. I could stream that day, and then I get back from that, and I'm like, I'm dead tired.
Yeah.
It was, let me check my phone, 113 out that day, and I need to unstick everything I'm wearing from me.
Was college the best years of my life? Ooh.
Dust. People. Waffles, you know my college stories, right?
Yeah.
Dust, I know you don't know my college stories, but I was told that college years are going to be the best years of my life for a long time. And let me tell you, not the case. Um, kind of actually very the opposite of
Good night,
that.
Michaela. Good night.
And I'm holding off on telling a lot of stories. So I'm basically like saving a lot of these kinds of longer form things for my streams, and for I guess maybe like a shared podcast we might do at some point. Who knows? Let's start a third Twitch channel for a podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, Dust, if you show up for my streams, which may or may not be happening at some point unscheduled in the future, you'll get to know about how best years of my life that is. Very not. I think people in like the shared Discord between you and me, Waffle, we met, got to hear about a lot of the stories while they were going down at certain points.
Yes. Yeah, I remember
You
some
just got to hear it in the background.
terrible, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I think my college was pretty good. I think I enjoyed the vast majority of it. I kind of hope it gets better at some point. I mean, I'm really enjoying streaming, and if this pops off, that'll be the best years of my life, I think. But
You mentioned the stream getting popular on stream. God damn it! Now it's never gonna work.
oh
Alright,
fuck, I jinxed it.
Stream's over.
Stream's
Fuck
over.
this
We're
career. We're done. We're done.
Oh.
We're done.
Oh, good night, Dust. Sleep
Night,
well.
Dust. Everyone have a nice night. Have a happy
Yes,
Monday.
yes. Hey, hello, Solus. Yeah.
We shouldn't be that long, I guess.
No, we'll probably call it before 2 hours, I'd say.
You know, I probably should have mentioned while like Michaelis is still here that I'm like just currently wearing fingerless gloves with like spiked knuckles. that I bought
Really?
Off Etsy. Off of a store that pretty much exclusively does really sick gloves that are custom.
That is
Off
sick.
Etsy.
Huh.
Again, if there's anything that comes to mind that you guys have any curiosity about, I can send you a link to some cool shit.
I really want more fashion choices, because what I have is a very basic set of clothing with some outliers that I really enjoy, but none of them are exactly stand out.
Yeah, well, I think the goal of fashion is not to stand out. I think the goal of fashion is to fit in everything you're wearing. So, like, you're not wearing, like, a fucking bomber jacket with a kilt, you know?
Okay, well, yeah.
Because, like, if you see a dude who's wearing, like conventional, traditional stuff with that and they're just going about their business, they'll get looks, but it's not going to look weird. Versus if you're the dude who's wearing, like, the eye-searing yellow, like, highlighter yellow shirt with, like, mismatched socks and sandals and cargo shorts, like, people will be staring for negative reasons.
I think the goal for me is to just find a fit that I really enjoy. That isn't
Well,
eye burning.
I mean, it's a good place to start is just looking up characters in movies that you'd like the style of. Like, who has good fashion? Celebrities, conventionally, and I say conventionally because Kanye West exists. Conventionally, have pretty decent fashion. Kanye West believes in wearing like a fucking burglar mask.
Oh yeah.
And sells shredded hobo clothes for $800.
Then they get sold.
And they get sold. What is up with? But yeah, fit matters more than anything else. Know your measurements, if not have the way to find your measurements. Buy a tailor's tape.
Pinterest board. Yeah.
I will send you a link to the tailor's tape that I use. Because whenever I'm looking at like a jacket or a shirt or whatever, I'm like, oh, cool. What size do I need for this? Oh, well, this. Well, it's that in centimeters. I don't know how big I am in centimeters, and you can just do it. It's self-explanatory. And you get your
Oh, yeah.
measurements, and then you order the thing, and it comes and it fits.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I actually have my measurements somewhere. Like, I recently went and got measured.
Yeah. Well, even then, like, there's other things where, like, international orders place. If you're ordering from places like China or anywhere in Asia, or if you're ordering from places in the UK, their sizing systems might legitimately be different or use a different standard metric. So there's some for example, there's some that use like around the shoulders as a measurement, and some that use around the chest.
Ah,
So regardless, you can only go with the reference that the stores give you. And then certain things are also meant to fit certain ways. So for example, that trench coat, if you're buying a trench coat, you want it to be a size larger than you are. Because trench coats are
yeah,
meant to be worn over other clothes.
right.
So, like, it's just keeping all that stuff in mind. Hoodies are meant to be either your size or sizes above, because oversized hoodies are also in fashion. Jeans can fit just so when they have their own measurements, etc., etc. Gloves are pretty standard though. You measure like around your knuckles, and that's a glove measurement. And those usually work.
I don't think I've ever measured my hands.
Yeah.
Good pair of gloves though. I have like a selection of gloves, but
That's how you measure. Yes, that's how you. That's how most places measure for gloves, especially if you're buying like leather gloves, for example. I've bought leather gloves from more than one place. I have driving gloves that I keep in the glove box in my car. I wear them when I'm driving, so that my phone doesn't work. Uh, just to keep myself honest with that, because that's a crime where I live. And I don't wear them nearly as much as I should because they catch on like the actual material that my the steering wheel is made out of, so it ends up like tearing the shit out of the stitching.
Ooh.
But yeah, I've got a couple of pairs of leather gloves now, including the fingerless ones that I have now, just because I wanted to have fingerless riveted spike gloves for the purposes of knowing boxing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to fuck people up. Like I've got the hands for it. I don't have the elbows for it, so I need to make sure that it happens faster. So that's what the spikes are for.
Make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I mean, I have jeans, but in terms of fighting clothes, yeah.
So, in terms of fighting clothes, this is a rant. Well, it's a little bit of a rant. It's really interesting history. Punk clothing is based out of fights because the punk aesthetic was built out of people who were basically politically rebellious during the time wherein it was very conservative with that. We're talking 50s and 60s. Your ideal home, white picket fence living, right?
Right.
And as a result, a lot of those people would end up getting assaulted or end up getting tackled or end up getting jumped or whatever. So punk fashion slowly and slowly got more and more militaristic and defensive, which is where you started seeing jackets with spikes on them. So get tackled from behind. Or jack boots with steel-toed shoes with big fucking weights on them that are strapped in real close. And all of that, and leather clothing for the purposes of making it harder to stab them or whatever. So legitimately, for communities that have that sort of stuff going on, and the history goes, they just end up looking more and more punk because that's the history.
So there's a functionality to it. It wasn't just the aesthetic.
It was functionality first.
Damn.
And it's the other thing where like the other half of punk is doing what you want to do in spite of whatever the fuck society says.
Yeah, Joe.
It is in the rebellion. So part of it is I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and the other part of it is and you can't do anything about it. Cover yourself in spikes, get yourself some leather, show up at a metal concert, wear those fucking spiked jackets and jack boots and jeans, get in a fist fight, and show the world who you are.
Fuck him up.
Fuck them up. Which, by the by, don't get into fistfights, but know how to fistfight. There's a
Yeah.
very important distinction there.
I mean, it's very easy to get gravely wounded.
It's very easy to do it wrong, and like if you can sprint for more than 3 minutes at a time, you're probably going to be doing better in a fight than anyone else.
Oh yeah.
So, like before skills matter in a fight, cardio matters.
Fuck, I need to work on that.
Like, it's the bit where, like, the reason why boxers train so much in, like, road work and, like, running and cardio is not because, it's not just to fight 3 minutes. It's to fight about 3 or 4 rounds of 3 minutes, possibly 5 if it's a championship bout. Well, actually, it's more 4, 5, and 7. 7, I think, is world champ. And that doesn't add up to a lot of fighting, because there's a minute break in between the rounds.
Right.
So, like, your world champion boxers might be in the ring legitimately, like, duking it out with another boxer for a maximum of 21 minutes. Which is really short, if you think about the fact that this stream has gone over that length about 5 times.
Yeah.
So, fights are sprints, they're not marathons. Make sure your heart and lungs and everything is good for that. Know how to block, know how to dodge, but choose to block before you choose to dodge. And
don't be indecisive.
Way out whenever possible. Yeah, don't be indecisive, and like when running's not an option, fight. But when running is an option, run.
Yeah. Generally, just don't get into fights if you can avoid them.
Yeah, if you can avoid them, don't do it. But not everyone can avoid them for one reason or another.
Yeah. I don't think Jacob's here, but it sounds like they've been in a few fights.
Arm the LGBTs.
Also that. They definitely need it now more than ever.
There's a lot of people who mistake, like, arming up as, like, being complicit with violence or wanting to get people killed or whatever. No, it's just what that entire thing is doesn't matter who I am, doesn't matter how tiny I am, doesn't matter if my legs are broken or there. I want to go home tonight.
Yeah.
That's all it has to be. And also, like, there's so many societal things around fights that are also fucked up and weird. The one punch knockout is, I think, less common than the one punch kill. I'm not sure on the stats of that one, but there is an entire statistic of people who get punched in the face once and die.
Yeah. There's a whole list of names on it.
And then on the opposite end of it, there was the story of that one cop who shot a dude, something on the order of, like, using 3 or 4 magazines of ammunition, and landed, like, 5 shots in the lungs, 3 shots in the heart, everything everywhere else.
Jesus.
Magic Hat, it's not even that. It's just, if you get the wrong concussion, you'll just die. There are people who just can't take it, or they might have something that has been waiting to develop, like an aneurysm, that nobody's expected, that they've never been screened for, that doesn't have any symptoms, but will pop the second you punch them in the face. It's not about hitting them right in terms of killing them. You can just hit them with anything, and they might just die.
We're very fragile, aren't we?
Human beings are very fragile. But if you don't want to kill people, aim for the liver. People expect you to aim for the face. Aim for the liver.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt more than functionally anything else you can do to the guy, up to and including breaking the femur. Because if you know where the liver is and you can aim a good shot there, then that is the single most like neurologically sensitive part of the body. And therefore it is the most physiological. You know, we should probably go to the last slide there with everything about the spooky month, by the way.
Yeah, true. Hold on.
But it is neurologically the most pain that you can put a person in. Which is also how, in, for example, boxing, for the people who know how all that stuff works out and the people who use that stuff, in certain leagues for boxing, liver blows are banned. But that's how you get body shot knockouts. And that's whether that's people who go down and stop fighting because, oh my god, I'm in so much pain, or people who like get punched there and just throw up or feel sick or just tap out, or the people who get punched there and just pass out. Like, imagine trained fighters getting knocked out because of overwhelming pain.
It's gotta be a lot of pain.
And for the liver, ladies and gents, because dudes know dudes know to protect the dick.
Yeah. That's one thing we've learned.
Mm-hmm. And then there's also people who might be like on painkillers or whatever. My worst case scenario that I always bring up in hypotheticals whenever people fight me about this stuff is, all right, 350-pound drugged up linebacker. What do I do? It's me. I'm 145 pounds. At some point in time in the future, I'm going to need to walk with a cane. What do I do?
What do you
What do I do? I want a gun. Is what
okay, yeah, that's definitely the solution.
And tasers work, by the way. Tasers do work, but the issue with tasers, of course, is that like it depends on the amount of sodium that a person's had. Oh yeah, you can replace your teeth. If your teeth get knocked out in a fight, if you take them, put them on ice, and bring them over to like an orthodontist or like, you know, dental surgeon, they can put that back in.
Isn't it true that you can also put it back in yourself and it'll just...
Shouldn't do that necessarily.
Probably should. I mean, clean them as well. But...
Clean them, put it back in, and bring it to an orthodontist.
Yeah.
You know? Regardless, see the professionals.
Yeah, don't not go to a dentist after that.
But yeah, Waff. 350-pound drugged up dude. The thing immediately to your right is the thing you use as a weapon. How the fuck are you?
I've got a controller.
I also have a controller. No, actually, I have scissors.
Oh, that's better. God damn it.
If it's on the ground, don't put that back in. Look, if it's on the ground, you wash it off, you freeze it, and then you bring it to the orthodontic surgeon.
Yeah.
Regardless,
I mean,
that's how that works.
If the controller comes with a cord,
If the controller comes with a cord, you better know how to rope dart.
Yeah.
You know, just fucking like sling that shit around and just. That's like a Jackie Chan movie.
Pillow and a shelf. Oh.
Night, Raikou.
Good night, Rai. Hope the project's going well.
Have a lovely sleep to everyone who has been going to sleep and is probably not.
Yes.
Still.
Don't die. Watch out for fights.
Don't die in your sleep. I don't know how much you can control that, but please don't. We need the viewers.
We need the viewers, yes. It's the only reason to keep you alive, yeah. Definitely no other reason.
The comedy of just saying something immensely cynical.
Delightful. I'll try to protect you, right?
I mean, like, well, if you want to be able to do this stuff full time, right?
Yeah.
no way you do this without there's no way you do that without being a little capitalist.
It's a little capitalist. Money is money, and I'm not gonna say no to money.
If there's a thing that you gotta live off of, then you gotta be able to live comfortably, because otherwise you're just fucking like struggling.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, I applied for another job, and it's at an ice cream place.
Oh, that's something fun.
Yeah, I get to make gelato, basically, all day. It sounds kind of more like a production line, but I get to taste every single batch, which I am not against.
I get the feeling you're gonna get sick of gelato.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a small taste.
I also think that when it comes to tasting, it's like, here is absolutely every flavor of gelato.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the bubblegum gelato. Let me taste this.
Ooh.
Let me make sure that this bubblegum gelato tastes right. Yep, that's right.
That's bubblegum. Look, I spit it out just like bubblegum.
Oh, Magic Cat loves ice cream.
I do too. So I got excited when I saw it. I was just like, well, I gotta apply for this. So I'm hoping they get back to me. And yeah, I hope the interview's not odd like last time. I still think
Sucks. And there's actually been methods that have been used to figure out which jobs aren't real.
Oh really?
Yeah, because the more specific information that you have, the better. And also like it's the thing where if they aren't giving examples of like specific shifts that are open, for example, less likely jobs are real.
Ah, I see. You know, it's funny you mentioned fake jobs because I actually got an email through my college email, which I've kept open, which tends to scan most of the messages.
Oh, Magic Cat doesn't know about fake jobs.
Yeah, so this story, I got an email and it was claiming to be from UNICEF, I believe. And it turns out there's a whole...
I have also received
the
UNICEF scam email.
So basically it just advertised itself as saying, hey, we need a job. I am Dr. Blank Blank. I'm currently in Australia, and I want you to be a personal assistant. Or the people I've sent this to, I want you to be a personal assistant to help me buy stuff. You'll get $500 a week. It's a very easy job. And you only need to work like 5 to 10 hours a week. And as it turns out, we looked it up because it was like, okay, well, it's kind of iffy. It's a bit weird. And so we looked it up, and it turns out, one, UNICEF just doesn't email people for jobs. They just don't do that. And two, they had an example, which was almost word for word the exact email I got.
Message?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love when like 401 scammers use a script. It's the best.
It's fantastic.
401, by the by, is the criminal code for scamming in Nigeria. I wonder why they use that number for the purposes of scam emails.
That's funny.
Just the scam overall is called 401 because it is the scam criminal code in Nigeria because it is the Nigerian prince bit.
They've really played into it, huh?
Yep. Well, no, it's
nice
just
bridge.
the kind of like security community as a whole calls them 401s just because, or I think it's 409 actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Also, I'm fucking around with a toy that I got. Any of y'all know who J Laser Video is?
I don't know if I do.
Dude is like one of those like maker YouTubers, the guys who make, like, hey, here's all this stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Hacksmith.
Yeah.
This guy has spent some time making like one of the videos that he has is on or a couple of videos he has are on making Spider-Man web slingers real, and then he had a follow-up video which was on making the omnidirectional gear from.
Holy, wait, is that the guy who made like functional ODM gear that can actually
They were
traverse?
functional when he made it,
Yeah.
and you can launch them, and they're spikes that will go through brick to stick.
Damn.
But that guy, if you go to his website, is selling these really sick little like motor activated spring functioning Spider-Man web slingers, which have magnets and or a like little like suction cup that you can put at the end. And I'm just messing around with one of the two of them that I got from him. They have buttons on the back of them so that it operates a little motor so that it actually like retracts back in.
Oh,
These are sick. So
damn.
shout outs to those. If you guys don't know about those, you should look those up. The J Laser Video Web Slinger.
J Laser Web Video. Okay. I might have to do that, huh? Well, we did just hit 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Well then I guess it's around time to wrap this stuff up. I guess.
Yeah.
Finishing it with a fucking almost like a sponsorship shout out.
Sponsor?
You're not sponsored by.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely
not.
no correlation with.
I just think these are cool.
They're just neat. Yeah. But I will say, remember guys, spooky theme for this month. Send it into the email or through the Discord. Either one works. We'll do another showcase at the end of the month. Probably a little into November.
Follow Waffles. Follow every talented person in chat. Maybe follow me if you want to see a stream 3 years later.
Follow Planet.
And remember, kids, if you can get morning wood, then your erectile dysfunction is anxiety related.
Well, there you go. There you go. That's our departing message for the night. Who should we raid? Who leads into that?
I don't know who we should raid.
Vol is up. He's also doing
Vol is up.
special events, actually.
Special events. I have no idea what he's actually doing.
It's just Chillax Sunday, I think. So he's doing Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion.
Ah.
So.
Y'all motherfuckers better mention me in Volus's chat. I swear to God, if he shuts out.
yeah. I'll mention you. I'll mention you. Oh God.
I promise I sound more offended than I actually am.
It's all for show.
But that can only happen so many times, I think.
Yeah. But this was a nice little art showcase. Hopefully next time, I want to make it more of an actual event. So we'll have like multitude of art.
This is the very start, and we announced it on stream, and you know.
Yeah, I will shout out the follower goal, and I'll shout this out on Twitter too. I think, just advertise it everywhere.
Honestly, just put this like slide just on Twitter.
Yeah, that good idea. But
I'll reblog it to all of my followers on my Twitter account, which is at @destroy.planet. Because it was one character too long, so instead of HE, it's DA.
As is need to do sometimes. I want to point out, I don't know, there's some silly stuff with usernames, but thank you guys for coming in. Always appreciate you. I think I will see you guys tomorrow. I think we're still doing Baldur's Gate, so